Look at those two handsome pricks. Hey, what's up? It's the SmokeSesh with Chris and Chris. It is
Saturday, September 12th.
The 12th. Summer's over. Sucks ass. We're wearing long sleeves.
I'm wearing a sweatshirt already.
And everybody's like, I hate the fucking summer, man. The humidity sucks. I can't wait till the winter. Fuck you.
Suck it.
Stay inside in the AC.
Yeah, we like the summer and we miss it. So
I fucking love the summer, dude. I hate winter. I can't
stand it either.
When it starts getting fucking dark out at 4 o'clock, dude, there's nothing more depressing.
It's so depressing.
I feel like fucking drained, you know?
Yeah.
Sucks ass. All right. What's going on, everybody? It's the SmokeSesh, episode number 4075.
Andrew Barrett ate 4 gummies.
What size?
And he's ready.
What size milligrams?
What size milligrams, everybody?
What's the most milligrammage you guys have ever eaten in gummy form? I think mine is only 200. It was pretty good, though. Maybe 500. I don't remember. As usual, the SmokeSesh is sponsored by Brutal Glass. BrutalGlass.com, BrutalGlass.com, BrutalGlass.com. It's my fucking Tony Keel. Tony Keel, 7.0 millimeter. Cthulhu
German
Glamour.
glass. German glass, too.
What's up?
No.
Yeah, okay.
So, anyway, Billy Rubino asks, what kind of corned beef sandwich do you like?
I mean, do I have the choice if it's corned beef or pastrami? Because
Nope.
I go with pastrami.
Oh, they just made an announcement that corned beef was on sale, so.
Where? ShopRite?
No, on this speaker. Fucking around. No, at Whole Foods.
Corned beef's great. I mean, I'd rather have pastrami. I'd rather have the crust, you know?
Yeah, I love the burnt ends of pastrami. Yeah.
But I mean, like, okay, you got 2nd Avenue Deli in the city. It's going to cost you $90 to eat for 2 people and have 2 sandwiches and pickles and coleslaw. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Katz's,
here is, yeah.
That's what I was getting to. Katz's in the city. Landmark. The line is down the street. The food is totally worth it. Again, you're going to pay $60 for 2 sandwiches. Zan's, right here on fucking Long Island, right by Smith Haven Mall.
$20.
The best pastrami I've ever had, period. It's still about $30 a pound, but you get a couple nice fucking sandwiches for less than that.
Yeah. And the rye bread's really fucking good.
It's the best, literally the best maybe meat product I've ever eaten. Better than any Wagyu beef I've ever had, better than any bacon I've ever had, better than any pulled pork I've ever had down south. The fucking corned beef and pastrami at Zan's it's indescribably good.
Yeah, I think last time we were here practicing, Ryan had an orgasm eating it. He loved it so much. And
we regular orgasms.
Yeah. We miss Ryan, but we'll be seeing him on September 26th. And we'll be seeing Kyle on September 26th down here for an IB practice.
Tara made 1,200 milligram cookies. My God. I've eaten homemade shit that's never been regulated, and I've eaten tons of them, you know what I mean, over the course of the day. So I could have broken the thousands. Who knows? I remember John Harvey, of all people. I don't know if he's watching this week or not. John Harvey from Las Vegas. One of the last times we were there, gave us a bottle of something called Puff Sauce, 500 milligram jar of cough syrup. You remember?
Yeah.
And me and Sean Kennedy and Joe Marchese each took a sip, a third of each, and we slept for days. We woke up to play the shows, and then got right back in the van and just laid down. It was 3 days it took to wear off.
I remember that.
Pretty brutal.
Joe, cheers. Thanks for joining us. And Trigger, Chris loves the meats.
Oh, yeah.
I love the meats, too. I'm Greek, so,
I'm a cheese guy over meat, though. I'd rather have, cheese and carbs over meat, yeah.
Oh,
as much as I love a cheeseburger,
but a cheeseburger is not
I like all the stuff. You got to have a great meat
accoutrements.
Patty. You got to have a great patty. It's got to be made from a great cut or 2 great cuts combined and then ground properly. But for me, it's the bun, the fucking sick-ass pickles, the fucking
onion.
I love all that extra crap.
Yeah, I like it, too. It's what makes me happy. So, listen, we got Steve Green from Comatose Music coming on.
Will they sign us, you think?
Actually, he sent us offers, but we went with Unique Leader instead.
That was a good idea.
Steve's great. Oh, Bjorn! I'm not going to tell you, Bjorn. Bjorn Jensen's watching.
Bjorn Jensen.
Jensen from Dawn of Demise.
From Volbeat.
Yeah. And I don't want to tell him, but Chris and I have a box of Krispy Kreme donuts underneath the table right now. Just letting you know.
No, I actually don't think there's any KKs on Long Island anymore.
Nope, gone.
There's one maybe 2 in Manhattan. There's one in Penn Station, in the train station. And I'm pretty sure they just recently opened one in Harlem, East Harlem.
Really? Now, see, I like their coffee better than Dunkin' Donuts coffee. So I miss the Krispy Kreme
KK's
coffee.
at Tim Hortons, though.
No. KK's, not Tim Hortons. Tim Hortons has the best coffee overall.
Timmy's.
For general coffee, like a
Going
general.
to get a Timmy's, eh?
General Road coffee. I like Starbucks, but it's not my main
Starbucks is
thing.
good, but it's not worth $5-6.
No.
It's okay. Like, it's good. It's good. It's just not worth $6.
All right, Chris Stevenson asks, might as well get this out of the way.
Hit him.
Hey, Chris, can you talk about your old school sound, amp and signal change? Actually, it was... my amp and signal...
Survives. Brutal glass. Quality shit.
We kind of follow the same philosophy, just the amplifiers have changed. We keep it simple. So back then, like first two demos all the way up into the Driven to Conquer album were Ampeg VH140C head.
Whatever the highest gain amp you can find in the current generation that you're living in.
Yeah, Ampeg VH140C head or a VH150. I had both, and I still have my VH140C.
I think we got to mess with that. I was thinking about it a few weeks ago. I think we got to fool around with it.
We got to definitely record with it.
Agreed.
So that, a Boss NS2 noise suppressor, which I've tried a million noise suppressors, but nothing makes your guitar sound chunky and stop like a NS2. I've done the Decimator, which is a great pedal, but like every show, you have to adjust the fucking knob, and I don't want to do that. And then a BBE Sonic Maximizer. That's all I use.
Yeah, the Boss NS2 is set it and forget it, man. Sometimes they're not made great. Sometimes if you play too many shows with it, the fucking inputs wear out and shit like that. Right.
But when you stop,
but they're
it
fucking
stops.
$75 or they're $80 or whatever. Even if you have to buy one a year for the next, it just is what it is.
But
and they work. If you play the amount of shows that we play and shit.
I think everybody's hot on the Zool now. That's like
I'm gonna try that. Blue from Fit for an Autopsy told us to try that. And we have a lot of feedback problems here in Internal Bleeding, so it's worth a shot.
Yeah, it is. I'm so jealous. Krispy Kreme has community coffee. I keep it in my freezer constantly. Tara, we're jealous. Well, I'm jealous.
Wow.
I'm a big coffee fan. So
must be nice.
Yeah, Sonic Maximizer, man. It's a great. I guess it's a parametric EQ. I don't even know what it does, but you turn that thing on and it's like gives you this big fucking huge sound. I don't know where it comes from, but it's
What's that Maxon one that Sworn Enemy told us to fucking try?
That's the Maxon. That's the Overdrive.
Yeah, I gotta get myself one of those. My birthday's in 2 weeks, guys. If you guys want to start sending me stuff.
We haven't had an unboxing in a while.
To eat on the internet.
I think wait, your birthday's in 2 weeks. That means the weekend we're practicing is your birthday?
The 27th. So that's is that Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday, I think. We're going to be practicing.
Right, so the episode of the 26th, I better have a stack of shit here for me from my loyal fans out there in internet land.
Now, speaking of band practice,
I'm size 12, by the way. I really want a pair of Jordan 5s if you guys fucking...
We were going to do a live stream of practice, but I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to Facebook world. They are banning live concerts and musical performances via live stream. So
let's see what we can get away with. We might have to do it on stream. We might have to do it on Chris's personal page.
Or we'll do it on a YouTube channel.
I think he's got the most reach on his personal page.
Probably, yeah.
So, you'll hear about it here. You'll hear about it all on our personal shit on the IB page. If you have to, we'll put up the link to his shit.
Yeah, we'll let you know.
You gotta go click on it. We'll have some fun that weekend if everybody comes around. Guy Marche says, Krispy Kreme sucks.
Guy, how you feeling, dude? Last weekend you said your lung hurt, you were sick, you had 102 fever. What's the story? You feeling better? We hope so. Chris was sick this week.
I'm still getting over it, man. My fucking allergies are crushing me this week. I don't know if I thought I had the Rona at the beginning of the week, man. I had the shivers, and my throat hurt, and I was puking, and it was a bad day at work on Tuesday. I barely got through the day, and my boss was like, Sean Bell, the internal bleeding
first merch
and
man,
first roadie from '96, is my boss, and he told me, he's like, you should probably get checked after work, dude. And as the day went on, I started feeling better and better and drinking more Gatorade and smoking a little bit of weed. Felt better, but still in allergy land. Crushing me today, dude.
I know. I can hear it in your voice. Guy, we're glad you're feeling better, brother. You had us scared there when you said your lung hurt. I was like, what the fuck?
That's what's up. We love you, Guy, man.
So, yes, Daniel, banning on Facebook live performances. They didn't ban them on Instagram, but I don't trust it because Instagram is Facebook owns Instagram. So. Plus,
we also only have 9,000 fans there. We have 200,000 fans on Facebook.
Yeah. So I mean, Facebook's a big deal for us.
Help us get to 10,000 on Instagram, though, guys.
Yeah. Here's our social links. You guys, really if you're not following,
get that blue check, boy.
If you're not following us on Instagram, please do. Here's our social links.
You know how fucking smooth it looks when you slide into a DM, some fucking big titty goth chick, and she sees that you got that blue check mark, doggy.
Really?
Come on.
Stefan, yeah, Rona, the Rona. That's what we call coronavirus.
Yeah, we don't like fucking saying the full thing up here because it's annoying, so we just call it the Rona.
I don't like the Rona very much, but what are you gonna do?
It sounds like pasta. It's like some type of pasta. Did you hear about the Josta pasta?
No,
Jamie Josta released pasta.
it's called Josta pasta.
It certainly is.
Oh my god!
It's got 3 or 4 different types. It's on his fucking Instagram page. I may just buy some for the fuck of it, you know. Yeah.
So my 8th grade
did that.
teacher. Speaking of pasta,
Okay.
my 8th grade teacher, Mr. Sidari, math teacher, his company manufactured spaghetti, and the first day of class he handed out spaghetti to everybody. Sidari spaghetti. Yeah, it's pretty cool. This is 8th grade. This is what 1980, 1917. Or whatever year it was.
He was the heir to a fucking
The
spaghetti dynasty. and he's still fucking had a
Sidari
regular
spaghetti
job?
dynasty, yeah, man.
Jesus.
Just got a crate GX C130, yeah, dude.
Probably sounds awesome, man.
Probably
honestly.
sounds awesome.
Probably really, actually, it's like pleasurable that it may not come across on a recording great scooped sound. You know what I mean? But playing it is
Insane.
Insanely pleasurable, and there's something like really satisfying about that lack of mid range.
Right, but the problem,
You know what I mean?
problem,
It doesn't translate great on a recording, which
Or it
is
doesn't
something we figured out poorly many times,
yeah.
unfortunately, since the dawn of internal bleeding. And even on the most recent album, we went, "This sounds awesome," and then it came out, we were like, "All right, we could have put more mids on it."
Yeah.
You know, but it feels so good when you're in that fucking room.
It gets you into the music
And you're
more.
fucking, and just every note is so saturated. Yeah, it fucking sounds awesome. I'm sure, man. Don't let nobody tell you that
it just
doesn't
doesn't
sound fucking awesome.
it just
for
doesn't
what it does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's awesome if you, in a live setting. It's awesome if you're in the front of the stage. But
I've played a ton of different sick great amps over the years, man. Shit on stage that we borrowed from other bands, shit that I've owned over the years and traded.
So what was your favorite? Like,
I don't know. I love
borrowed
them for
head.
different reasons, dude. I had a Marshall TSL 60, not the 100.
Right.
I had the 60, but I used to run it out of a full stack in the initial Without Remorse days, and I had that real Hatebreed sound, real not mid rangey, but it had a
Right.
it was
Right. It had that,
gross.
Right.
And it was absolutely the grossest tone I ever had. And then I got the 6505, which was great and the most reliable. You know, like set it and forget it. Sounds the same, awesome every day. No real dynamics to it.
Right.
Though.
Right.
And then I got the EVH 5153, which is like a 6505 on crack. You know, what I mean? Souped up. It's got a couple more knobs to give you a little more dynamics, a little more mid range, and that became the most reliable amp I ever had. But I've also played that fucking Engel in
The Fireball.
Berlin or something.
Yeah, the Fireball.
I don't know, maybe Defeated Sanity let us borrow it. I was like, oh my god!
Yeah,
when I started playing, I was like, okay, I understand why this is $2,000.
Yeah, that thing sounded that thing sounded.
We recorded the Lost Without Remorse album with an Engel Powerball or something.
Well, we recorded.
And it was disgusting. I was like, oh, this sounds so right. It didn't sound great to me in the studio, and then I listened back to it and I go, oh my god!
We recorded the Final Justice single with one amp was a Fireball.
Was it?
We used the Ampeg, your amp, for one side. We used the Fireball and the Ampeg on another side.
Interesting. I don't remember any of that.
Yeah. So, the guitar I had back in the day that was stolen by my ex-girlfriend was a Parker Fly.
Thank God she stole it.
As a matter of fact, it was one of the first Parker Flies ever put out to the public. And on top of that, little trivia note, the early Parker Flies came with an instruction manual. I designed the instruction manual.
Parker Lewis can't lose.
Yep. So
you designed it for Parker?
I designed it for Parker, yeah. Because I had a lot of design work for Korg.
You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Thank God you don't have that fucking guitar. That's the most hideous guitar notes.
I loved it. It was a great guitar. It was an awesome guitar. It was a great guitar. It did look
that headstock is the dumbest shit of all time.
It's better than a headless.
Agreed. But it was like it's getting there. You know?
Guy used, speaking of Guy Marche, who's watching.
He's got the sickest collection of BC Riches known to man. And
he
refuses to sell me any of them.
He had a white headless, I think it was a Steinberger, but not like the small one. It was like a white headless Steinberger with a Strat body.
What about a burger?
It was, but Guy could play guitar, so he gets to get away with headless guitars.
Guy's a really good guitar player, man.
Yeah. He's a big inspiration for me.
He's the best guitar player I've ever had, period.
Absolutely.
Most talented, for sure.
Yes, most talented for sure.
Frankie Blitz is up there. You're up there. I'm towards the bottom of the list.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
I do one thing really good. I do the jerk off.
You down pick faster than anybody I've ever met.
I might do better than Hetfield.
I think you do. You're the fastest down picker I've ever met.
Hell yeah! Yeah!
But then you can alternate pick it at 4 BPM.
I'm the worst alternate picker known to man. Ching, 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 ching. Son of a.
Oh, that's so funny, you know? Oh, my God. Funny. Anyway, so what are you guys doing, man? A lot of comments here. It was a Parker Fly. Hey, Kuba, I emailed you about the problem we were having with the website. I found the problem. It was a stupid PHP hook.
Oh, my God. All right, guys. Hey, check this out.
All right, Chris is...
I've been smoking. But you guys get to choose my next marijuana adventure. All right. Miracle Alien Cookies. Half ounce there. $1.50.
$1.50? That's cheap.
Sure. 20 G's of that wedding cake. What should I smoke, guys? Wedding cake or the Miracle Alien Cookies next? Smell that. Wow.
That's nice.
Just that get you pulled over shit for not even smoking it. Emanates.
Okay, so I'm going to give you my opinion as a non-pod smoker.
Okay.
This
Okay.
smells dirty.
Okay.
And this smells citrusy.
I would say, as a pot smoker, this smells earthy-ish to me almost.
Okay.
Piney, woodsy.
Mm-hmm.
And this smells astringent, like aftershave.
I think you got it backwards.
Really?
Yeah, I think you got it backwards.
I've done a lot of sinus damage over there, you know what I mean? So you're probably right.
Everybody's saying wedding cake.
All right, going with the WC.
Everybody's saying wedding cake. Look
the
at this.
WRWC.
Oh, well, Joe Lovett says AC for sure, but everybody else is on the wedding cake.
I've been smoking the Miracle Cookies all morning, so we'll go with the other one.
Andrew, you're drinking Buffalo Trace. Good call.
Holy crap, look at that. Oh, it's not going to focus, but oh yeah, maybe it will.
Nah, it's a big bud. I'm drinking Knob Creek 12, which is surprisingly good. I'm not a big Knob Creek fan, but the 12 is very nice. And I'm going to be in trouble, so.
Dan Rockmeyer, they're both kind of cat pissy, right?
Oh, yeah, there's a little cat piss in that.
Both ammonia-ridden.
Dan
Jackson, send me something from the fucking West Coast, though. You're talking 36%.
So Daniel Rockmeyer, I haven't talked to in like a year or so. Him and I used to have great conversations about all kinds of stuff. He is like one of these dudes who like very intelligent and...
Is he from your era or my era?
I don't know. I don't know his age, honestly. But I loved having political conversations with him because him and I disagree on a lot.
Sure.
But always respectful and always like intelligent and, you know, always really good conversation. And those people like that are few and far between. So I'm glad you're back, Daniel. Seriously, bro. It's awesome. Oh, Jared Deaver asks for a cigar recommendation. Jared,
Dutch Master emptied out and then filled with marijuana.
Jared, okay, so, all right, Jared, we're going to have a little conversation here. You have to answer via text.
Oh my God.
Are you a beginner smoker, or have you been smoking cigars, or do you smoke cigarettes? That's gonna really.
And if so, why?
If so, why? Yeah. So if you're a beginner smoker, let me make this easy. If you're a beginner smoker, try a Macanudo. It's nice. It's very creamy. Has like hints of vanilla in it and stuff like that. If you're a cigarette smoker, which you shouldn't be, but if you are, or you've smoked cigars a long time, look into it like a Diesel Unlimited Maduro.
Is that what that is?
That's what this is. Or a Liga Privada or something like that, which is a lot stronger.
When did you quit smoking cigs? Excuse me.
I quit smoking cigs in 1998. I saw my aunt. Well, she wasn't really my aunt. She was my neighbor. Family friend. But I called her an aunt.
Sure.
She got lung cancer. And she shriveled away to 75 pounds. And when I walked to her house to say goodbye to her for the last time, I walked out of the house and I threw my pack of cigarettes on the ground. I said, no way. Not inhaling cigarettes ever again. And
Camel Ultra Wides? Cools?
Marlboros.
Pall Mall?
Chesterfield?
Ugh. Never got into it, man. I've had...
I loved cigarettes. I still miss them. When we go down south and we walk into a bar where you could smoke and I smell cigarettes, I am like, fuck, that smells so good. But I'll never inhale any smoke ever again.
There's a couple times over life where they're necessary after retarded sex, or if you take ecstasy, or if you're in, like, you know, Indonesia on tour and there's no weeds, it's like I'll take a cigarette from Joe
Right.
Marchese and drink my coffee in the morning.
There you
That
go.
kind of thing, you know what I mean? But I never got into it.
We got
The Frank Rini
Yes,
checking in.
I was just about to say we got a very special guest watching. Everybody say hello to Frank Rini. He's watching.
He wants to know. Give me a little
Okay, Frank.
little booze review.
All
on
right,
it.
so Frank, I'll give you a little booze review. All right, Knob Creek 12. I think you're gonna like it. A lot of sweet notes. Very smooth. It's 100 proof, so watch your drinking.
Under $100.
Oh yeah, it's not expensive. It's very sweet with a little bit of spice and just extremely smooth. I think you'll like it. Give it a try. And I didn't get to text you back, Frank, but don't have a fucking heart attack, okay? That's all I gotta say. And just a little announcement for everybody. Frank will be joining us in a couple of weeks. I am not announcing the date.
In person?
No,
Oh.
Unfortunately. But he will be joining us. Him and I worked out a date
Nice.
that he's going to be on the sesh.
Awesome.
And so it's going to be fun, believe me, because I've got something set up really good, and we're going to have a good lot of laughs. So, and it's this month, I'll tell you that.
Wow.
So even Chris doesn't know. I got it all set up, though.
No, they don't keep me in the loop here.
No, you're out of the loop. What is the loop anyway?
You, the computer, once in a while your wife.
Right. Wallace Milton is watching? Are you serious, guy? Don't do that to me.
I don't believe he is.
I don't believe Wallace is watching. I don't think Miola is watching either.
Wallace and Anthony Miola, I think, are the only two members of IB Legacy that I've never met.
So, a funny story about Anthony Miola. I love Anthony. He probably doesn't like me anymore because I let him go from the band. But one of the first times when we first got together, we used to practice in my parents' house.
Okay.
In the basement. My parents went on a cruise, okay? And we had a jam, and then we partied, and we got really wrecked. Anthony drove home, and he drove right through a fence, and he drove his station wagon into, you know what a sump is?
Sure I do.
He drove his station wagon into a sump. The station wagon was like hanging on a bunch of tree branches.
This is in Huntington?
This is in Huntington.
Yeah, I can picture
right
it.
by not Holy Family High School. St. Anthony's High School, there's a sump right behind St. Anthony's.
By the Golden Roach
Yeah,
diner
right around there. He drove right into it. I was like, this guy's good. I like him. Man, we had a great time, man.
Gotta do some shit like that when you're younger, man. You can't do that shit nowadays.
Well, yeah. Brian, yes, I did. I'm not going to go into the details out of respect for Anthony. So that's your answer. So anyway, we got Steve Green coming on. I'm sure Frank Rini's going to have some questions to throw at Steve.
I don't really know him. I don't think I've ever met him. Maybe I have.
You've met him before. Steve's a great guy.
Cool.
I've always wanted to know. I wanted him as a guest because I've always wanted to know what it's like to run a label.
Right,
And
right.
you know, maybe we'll get the head of Unique Leader on one day. But Steve is a respected dude in the underground. He runs a very successful label. I mean, they got him Bludgeon Mint. They got
It's one of my favorite bands.
Mortal Decay. They've got a lot of great bands. I really want to pick his brain about what it's like to run a label. I'm sure it's not glamorous, but still, how do you raise the money to press CDs? How do you do this? You know, so I'm going to be asking a lot of questions. You know,
Cool.
Frank, yeah, he was remember one time, Frank, here's another funny Anthony Miola story. We were driving once, and I don't know, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and Anthony was driving it, and I think he borrowed Bill's glasses, and he put Bill's glasses on, and he's like, holy shit, I can see. And I'm like, dude, what do you mean you haven't been able to see? He's like, everything's a blur. But he put on Bill's glasses, and he could finally see. So that was pretty fucking funny. I gotta tell you, I had a lot of good laughs with Anthony, man. Back in the day, we had a lot of good laughs. Yeah, man, Brandon, of course. Bill, all right. We think about Bill all the time, man.
Yeah, dude. I was actually had a little bit of a moment this morning.
Did you?
Thinking about him. Yeah, I have a little fucking bottle of booze that me and him and you guys never finished off from an old practice space that we all used to share that Sean Kennedy brought us one time. And, I got a couple of knickknacks and memorabilia around in it. And, I had a little bit of a moment this morning. And I was also thinking of my buddy Riley from Power Trip. And
That sucks
I'm
about
never
Riley.
going to see them again and shit, and in that capacity and shit. It's a fucking bummer, man. So really, you got to appreciate your fucking peeps, appreciate the tunes that they're on, listen to the fucking songs that they're on. Those people live forever once
it's
they're committed
recorded,
to wax, dude.
that's it. You got
every
it,
time
man.
I mean, it's tough to listen to some of that shit now, but every time I hear it, I go, Billy lives forever, you know?
Amanda, thanks for joining us. I hope the fence looks good. Remember, you paint every side because the back side is as important as the front. Oh, we got a question from McCarthy. Whatever happened to that bouncer in Brooklyn when you played with the Pyrexia last year? Remember?
All right, so check it out. Who asked this?
Joe Levette.
All right.
That was a classic. That was a classic Chris McCarthy.
All right. Listen, I take this shit mad serious, dude. I put my fucking life on the line for this shit. I put my careers on the line for this shit. I put girlfriends on the line for this, houses on the line for this, luxury cars on the line for this shit. This shit is my life. So we got to fucking the Brooklyn tour date of the
Bloodletting tour.
The Bloodletting tour with Arsis.
Letting. I like how you say that. Letting.
Yeah, and the bands all before us took forever. If you guys know who was on that tour, everybody took fucking forever setting up and breaking down. Everybody took longer than they were supposed to. Everybody did. I'm not blaming one particular band. Every fucking body did. Nobody played by the fucking rules that night. Nobody got shut off early that night either. We get on when it's our turn to get on. We take the same amount of time setting up as everybody else. Maybe probably even quicker because we're the fucking best at it. At least on that tour. And we played, and we got 4 songs deep, and we start playing Falling Down, I think?
Yeah, I think it was Falling Down.
And boom, triggers cut out, vocals cut out. I'm just like, oh my God, this asshole just shut the fucking PA off.
You were fucking pissed, dude.
And then the power actually totally goes out.
Yep.
So then I'm like, not a fucking chance, dude. It was already a rough tour for us. We were already taking tons of hits on that tour. We were going with not the lineup that was on the album, so I wasn't happy about that, especially promoting the album. I was dealing with some bullshit at home, personally and financially, and some other horse shit. Thought I was going to have a baby, too. That wasn't great.
No, that was before the baby. Oh, no, it was after the baby.
It was a couple days later. It was just a rough time, dude, and that made me fucking snap. I got off the stage. I fucking went right to the sound booth. I fucking got confronted by the bouncer on my way to the sound booth. We got into it. Whole fucking club, me versus 3 fucking bouncers. I don't know.
And I remember
just going at it.
Yeah,
we were doing it. We got fucking broken up, and it is what it is, and nothing really happened. We got to play one more fucking song, and I was pretty much banned from that club forever. And the fucking tour manager, what's his face, doesn't like me no more. And the fucking dudes from our fucking management team were upset with me, but I make 0 apologies.
Yep.
Because everybody else should have just fucking hurried up. And nobody else got cut off early, but we did in front of our fucking crowd. 300 people that came to see Internal Bleeding, a sea of Internal Bleeding t-shirts, and we get cut off after 4 songs.
Fuck
not
that.
gonna fucking happen.
I remember
not without them fucking hearing about it.
I remember
and I do not apologize.
Yeah, you shouldn't. I remember you being so fucking pissed. He's like, I'm gonna fucking do something. And I remember saying, I got your back.
Oh,
I got your back.
I remember. Okay, so I had a moment of clarity on stage. I was gonna fucking knock the bouncer's fucking eyeballs out of his head. And Jay Liff looks at me and he goes, "Think about it." And I go, "Fuck." You know?
Yeah.
I just didn't. Hey, what's up, Steve?
Wait, he didn't come in.
Uh-oh. There he is.
There we go.
We'll get back to that story.
So we got Steve Green. Look at it with all those CDs in the background.
Holy shit. Are they in alphabetical order?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
All right, good.
Are those CDs in alphabetical order?
Absolutely.
It's fucking awesome. My OCD appreciates that.
Back order.
So, Steve, man, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing okay, man. I want to apologize. Come down with some kind of cold or allergies or something yesterday, and my voice is a little off.
Dude, it's been a brutal week. It's ragweed season, my man.
Got a bunch of cough drops here.
Get 'em.
And eating them like candy.
All right, man. So,
but
oh yeah, I've been snorting Ricolas all week.
Snorting Ricola. All right, Steve. So we're gonna get into it, man. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So the first, most important question is, what is your obsession with fucking Smokey and the Bandit?
Oh, the car question, huh? Oh man, I've just always liked Pontiacs, man.
So how is the Trans Am? I know you have a Trans Am.
Yeah.
How is it?
Yeah. It's a 78. Just, I've had Trans Am since I was a teenager. My very first car was a Firebird, third generation, which looking back now is horrible. And picked up some of the. I really got into the second generation. Obviously the Smoking the Bandit style, and probably had a dozen of those things over the years.
Wow.
And I had one. I let it sit and I let it just sit up and rust for years and years, and kind of regretted that. And I found one. I don't know, 6, 7 years ago. Went ahead and bought it, picked it up, and just been tinkering on it ever since.
Awesome, dude. You got a lot of
Certainly
you
not
got
even
a.
close to as nice as your car, but maybe one day.
Oh, come on, man, dude. So I love Firebirds too, man. I'm a first generation guy. I like
No?
68 through like 70. I like is my main thing. But dude, Firebirds rule, dude.
Yeah, thank you.
So anyway, all right, enough with the silly questions. Well, no, here's another silly question. Why don't you ever wear shirts with sleeves?
I
Look at those
do. I
guns. You
promise.
kidding me?
I was almost gonna wear a long sleeve today and really fuck with you guys, but I promised Jesse from Incinerate that I would sport the new T-shirt that just came in. I certainly would like to discuss their new album at some point during the interview,
Oh
but
yeah, we will, dude. Because I love Jesse and I love Sasha and I love those guys. So yeah, we'll
that's
talk.
great.
We'll talk about that. But let's go to the beginning, man. What gave you like the fucking urge to fucking start a label?
I can I can take this all the way back to I was ordering some CD. Like I was kind of late discovering underground music. I mean, I knew about like the big ones like Deicide, Morbid Angel,
Internal
Cannibal
Bleeding.
Corpse, stuff. You know, every everyone knows that. But I didn't really discover underground death metal till the late '90s. So I was a little late coming in, and I remember there was this dude. I don't know who it was. I don't remember the name of the distro. I don't remember the name of the guy or anything. It was somewhere out west, and I would order CDs from him online. And this was back when I just was even discovering the internet, and I would email him back and forth. And I sent him an email one day, and he's like, "Yeah, as soon as I get home from school, I'll send that." And I was like, "School, like high school?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I was like, "High school kids running a little distro." I was like, "Well, hell, I could do that."
Cool.
So that's kind of how it started. But it's also another thing was at the time I was the band I was in, Lust of Decay. We were getting around and doing a lot of shows and stuff. And probably another thing that really influenced me to get started was we would go to these shows here about 30 minutes down the road, and there was this guy that would come and set up, and he just had a distro, and that's another way I discovered a lot of these underground bands. He had a lot of the like Ablated and United Guttural stuff, and it was Evan March from
Oh yeah, sure. I
Deathgasm Records.
remember Evan.
And yeah, so he would set up, and that's where I picked up a lot of stuff, like some of the first like really good underground stuff that I discovered was like Malignancy, Devourment, Skinless, um, stuff like that, and Deaden, and I saw that it was really cool how he would, because that was the only place I could really find the stuff, at least where I could pick it up and look at it and make a purchase. So I was like, oh, that'd be really cool. My band's doing a lot of shows. I'll just bring some CDs out and just pimp them out at shows. And good way to make a little cash and spread the sickness, so to speak. And that's kind of how it started. And it was certainly more of a hobby at first. Um, and it didn't really become serious until I actually started putting money into albums and releasing them, because for about a year I didn't do that. It was just a distro. And then in 2002, that's kind of when I claimed that Comatose music officially started, even though it really was 2001. 2002 was the first album that I put out, and conveniently it was Lust of Decay. It was our debut album, and it kind of just from there it never stopped, and here we are nearly 20 years later, still doing it.
Do you get nervous? Do you get nervous when? Like you have to when album time comes and you look at your expenses and you're like, I got to do PR, I've got to do this, I got to do that. I mean, does that make you nervous, or are you used to it now, or did it make you nervous? I mean, you're putting your personal money on the line a lot of, especially in the beginning. It's always personal money. It's not business money. Were you nervous? Were you scared? I mean, what? Did you just say, fuck it, I'm doing it? Like, what was going through your brain?
Honestly, the most nervous wasn't at the beginning. It was more toward the middle, and I'll explain why. When I started this, I still was working a day job. I was a contractor, and I put in satellite dishes for DirecTV, and did some cable work here and there. So I had a day job, and I was doing a record label, in the evenings and weekends. So when it, so I had a source of income regardless of how album sales went, whatever. In 2007, and I can pinpoint this, it was October 2007, I believe. The one-man band Blood Soaked.
Hell yeah, Peter. I think Peter's watching, by the way.
Without Remorse and Eternal Bleeding played with him one time in New Jersey before I was ever in IB.
Really?
Yeah, he opened up for us.
Anyway, sorry, I love Peter. Peter's the man. He's older. Yeah, I think he's older than me. So
sick.
Yeah.
So he was doing this thing he put together called Slaughtering the South Tour. And somehow we got together and was like, hey, you want a travel partner? I said, I'll ride along with you. You can play the shows. I'll drive. We'll split the room cost, and I'll bring my distro. And, it was more just to go out and have a good time. And I remember thankfully, the contractor that I worked for, the general contractor, he pretty much let me come and go as I please, because there was a lot of times when I would just work, a few days a week or whatever. And I was like, hey, I'm going to go for 2 weeks and do this little tour with my buddy, and I'll call you when I get back. And he's like, yeah, it's cool. And I never called him back. During that tour, I was like,
burn some bridges, baby.
If I'm going to take this serious, I should probably put 100% effort into it. And that's when I started doing the label full time. And that's when I got back to your original question. That's when it's a little more stressful because, the only source of income I have is the label. And, there's a lot of money that goes into some of these albums, especially with established bands and some of these bigger contracts. It gets up there. So, obviously, you want to get that back and then some, to be successful and move on to the next, album, yeah.
So you've fallen. I think you could say right at this point in your career, let's call it, you've fallen into a decent rhythm where you kind of know what to expect. What kind of outlays financially you're going to have and this and that and stuff like that. You understand all that now, so you're a little more comfortable now.
Yeah, and I'm very hands-on. I basically do this alone. I do work with a PR agency out of the United Kingdom, and they do handle the promotions and stuff, which is a huge help. And, for a long time, I've used other agencies. The one I'm currently using is Imperative. They do great work. I've worked with Clawhammer in the past. They were wonderful, Transcending Obscurity. So having a PR agency in your corner certainly helps because that's half the battle right there is just promotion. But other than that, I do my own graphics. I'm just self-taught, Photoshop, so I do like all my advertisements, everything. I do all that alone. I, set everything up through the manufacturer for T-shirts and CDs. So I know exactly what's going in to everything, financially and artistically and everything. And, so yeah, there's certainly some rhythm and a little comfort in that, knowing,
awesome.
Kind of knowing ahead of where I'm at with everything. Yeah.
Do you no, go ahead. You ask.
How many releases do you have to date? Have you put out under the Comatose imprint?
if you count Incinerate, which comes out on October 9th,
Let's count it.
I think it's 128 or 129.
Wow,
I don't have
that's
Wow.
awesome,
That's actually
dude.
really cool.
That's fucking awesome. That's great,
Yeah.
dude.
Well, it means you're dedicated. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome, dude. That's really great.
Yeah.
And that fucking Incinerate single that came out with the video is fucking, it's great. It's fucking, it crushes. The production's great.
Those guys are fun, man. We hung out with them in Europe.
Yeah. I've known Jesse for a long time. Sasha got me so drunk in Canada it wasn't even funny.
Was it Canada?
Yeah, he was giving me.
Hopefully those guys are watching.
I would hope so. I know that Peter's watching.
Yeah.
He was watching, but all right. So Incinerate's the latest album. So let's go ahead, give it a plug. Do what you want to do.
I mean, it's Incinerate, man. It crushes from start to finish. It's amazing, killer artwork. Courtesy of Mr. Zig.
Cool.
Got tons for this. We did the tank tops. We did short sleeves, long sleeves, hooded sweatshirts. Obviously a CD. Got some other things. Flags. We got the gigantic flags. I probably should have put one up behind me here. But those giant
cool.
3-foot by 5-foot flags. And so all that's good to go. The band's getting all their stuff. I think should have everything by next week. And the album comes out on October 9th. And it's just killer, man. The production's amazing. The music is just top tier death metal. It reminds me of kind of early 2000s death metal, like stuff you would hear on Unique Leader back then, like Severed Savior, Deeds of Flesh.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's what I got out of the single.
Love Severed Savior.
That's what I got out of the single was kind of that kind of vibe. So,
what's your favorite release that you've put out so far?
And I get asked this, and I used to kind of shy away from it because I didn't want to hurt anybody's feelings.
No, what's the one you're most totally proud of, dude? You're just like, oh, fuck it.
I've said it in other interviews, but my favorite album that I've ever put out on the label is the very first Blasphemer album called On the Inexistence of God.
Cool.
That album is just, to me, it's just untouchable. It's perfect in every way. I love that album. I even rank that as one of my top 10 favorite death metal albums of all time. But certainly my favorite, even superseding my own bands that I've, put out on the label. But there's so many good albums, and I'm behind every album on the label.
Of course you are. Yeah, of course you are. All right, so Frank Reaney has a question.
Sure.
Do you ever see physical formats going away? Bands don't make money off that. It's really the merch that brings in the revenue.
That's true, but
so do you see?
Yeah,
the meat of the question is the physical format going to go away?
I don't think so. If I thought it was going to go away, I probably would have stopped or been preparing to stop. But I'm still full steam ahead. I mean, I certainly understand it's not. Sometimes I look back and I'm like, man, I wish I'd have started the label 10 years prior, and really had some momentum, going into the 2000s. But the metalheads in particular, man, they're just they like to have that
physical copy,
tangible thing to hold, man. And then you see the resurgence with like vinyl and cassettes now, which is really blowing my mind. I don't get the thing with cassettes, but hey, man, if it's another way to get the music in someone's hand, I'm all for it. So I don't see it going away, but it's certainly not what it was, 10 years ago, certainly 20 years ago.
No, dude, I mean, like, I'm listening to 9 out of 10 bands. I'm listening to it on Spotify, and that's the end of it. But that 1 out of 10 that I fucking love, I got to get the CD or have the fucking real vinyl, at least chilling in my house, you know what I mean? But it's few and far between.
Yeah,
you used to have to buy everybody's CD to check them out, even if they sucked or you didn't like it or you didn't feel it.
Right.
And then that one that you loved, you're like, oh, great. But now I can be like, I don't love that, or it's cool, but I'm never going to listen to it again. But then there's that one thing that I fucking love that comes out every once in a while that I'm like, oh, I need the deluxe edition with the 3 vinyls and the flag and the poster and the pin, like, that's how they get you.
So
yeah,
all right.
Yeah, I don't.
Go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
So do you have your eye, this was another question kind of from Frank. I'm just going to word it differently. do you have your eye on any bands? I mean, like Amon is unsigned. They're doing some stuff. There's a lot of bands out there. Do you have your eye on anybody, or are you going to keep that close to your vest, or
Yeah,
how do you
there's
pick? How do you find bands that you're interested in? You know, whatever. You know, like
yeah, 9 times out of 10 bands approach me. I get solicitations multiple daily, and it's got to the point where I can't even answer them all. It's just like if I hear something I really like, piques my interest, I'm like, okay, let me hit these guys up, see exactly what they're looking for in label support, see if we're even, make sure we're even close on the same page. They may want way more than they're worth, in my opinion, or whatever. But yeah, usually bands contact me. There are occasions where I'll reach out to a band if I just hear something on YouTube or something that's shared on the internet, and I'll be like, oh wow, this is really good. I want to reach out and contact these guys, but it basically just boils down to it's got to be something that I enjoy. It's something that I know I can get behind 100%, and then just go from there. But usually it's the bands that approach me, and then just usually starts out with just small talk. Hey, what are you guys looking for, and this is what I can do, and then another thing that I have to really factor in is just scheduling, because I try not to release too many albums because I don't want anything to kind of get overlooked or brushed under the rug. So I usually average anywhere from about 8 to 12 releases a year.
Still pretty damn good.
It's pretty fucking efficient.
Yeah, that's in 12. That's kind of on the higher end. Like this year, I think I'm got maybe 8 or 9. I got one more album coming out before the end of the year. It's not even announced yet.
Wow.
Incinerate was going to be the last release, but this band hit me up, I mean, not even 2 weeks ago, and it was really good. And the album's already recorded, artwork's done, everything. And their one thing that they were pretty adamant about is they wanted that before the end of the year, so I was able to get them a release date. But that announcement's coming later.
Cool.
Nice.
But with that's I think 9 albums this year. So I like I said, I try not to do too much at once, because I like each album to get the attention it deserves.
Right. So right. So here's
Right.
a good question. Where do you see the label in the next 10 years?
Well, if I don't have Corona and die next week, who knows? I'm just gonna keep on plugging away, man. Just doing my thing.
That's so
I
awesome,
hope
dude.
to still be. Sorry, go ahead.
I said that's so awesome. So you're doing this actually for a living now, right? And
Well, it's a modest.
living. You're not eating You're not eating cat food and ramen noodles for dinner, right?
No, I'm definitely eating pizza and chicken wings. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, I mean, I can't lie. I definitely made more money when I was, a contractor doing satellites, but it was miserable. I hated crawling under houses
Yeah,
through
fuck that,
fucking
dude.
sewage and dead animals to run, a wire so they can watch their Desperate Housewives or whatever.
Yeah.
But the label, I love it. It's a passion, and and just being able to come and go as I please, and just working with so many talented artists and bands is rewarding enough.
That's all.
Very cool.
That's awesome. How are you saving for retirement?
Yeah,
This is death metal, baby.
question.
You know that.
Sorry, I gotta ask. I gotta ask that. I'm getting up in the years, and that's all I think about. So
Yeah,
I own my own
I should be
business
thinking
too,
about
man.
that.
So I own my own business too. So I know what it's like,
But again, like I said, I have some advantages that other labels may not have, or at least smaller labels. Like I said, I do a lot of my own I do all my own graphics, all my own advertising. If a band doesn't have means to do graphic layout, or they want to use someone in particular, that's fine. But if they can't, I'll offer to do it for them as part of the deal.
I did the Mortal Decay.
Yeah, I was gonna say you done the Mortal Decay. I'm thinking you might have done another one for me.
I think
Definitely, I know you did that.
Didn't I do I did one other. I can't remember. I know I did the layouts for Mortal Decay, and I think I did Danny's band too.
I can't. Definitely Mortal Decay, and Danny was on that last new Mortal Decay album. So maybe
That's why.
Maybe it was just,
Yeah, that's why I'm confusing it. Yeah. So I did the last Mortal Decay. That was a pleasure because Mortal Decay is my favorite band. I scream it from the rooftops. And when you put out there Bludgeonment, both me and Chris were huge Bludgeonment fans.
Love them, dude. I'm not even like a huge death metal guy at this point in my life, dude. There's always few and far between bands that I'm like, I love, that are blowing my mind in the death metal world. I loved it when I was 20 years old, 24 years old, and then it just declined. Not my love for it, but maybe the quality of some of the bands and shit. You know what I mean? And like, but they're like the best. They might be the best band ever in Bludgeonment, like ever. They're the best.
That's saying a lot, man. I mean, it's a talented group of guys.
Love them. They couldn't be cooler guys either. Love them all.
Frank Reeney's stepping off. Take it easy, Frank.
Cheers, Frank.
Drink some bourbon, baby. Love you. Anyway, so all
triple
right.
Flushes in his future.
Yeah, he's got some triple flushes going down. So, all right. What about distribution? What do you do about distribution?
I've been since 2012. That's kind of when I first started getting real distribution, retail and digital. And I was using a broker, and it was through Sony Red. And I don't know, over the last few years, it really got bad. I don't know what the deal is. I'm not going to get into all that now. But about a year ago, I decided it was time to move on. I wanted to eliminate the middleman. So I just reached out to a couple places directly, and I found one that I really liked. And I've been working with them for, like I said, about a year, 9 months, something like that, called MVD, Music Video Distributors Entertainment, MVD Entertainment. And they have worldwide distribution for physical, retail, and they also offer digital.
Nice.
To all the online platforms, and I've been very pleased with those guys. And they're always super nice, very helpful, very transparent, and I see myself staying with this company for a long time, hopefully.
All right. So now you've talked about your passion. You talked about all this stuff. What is the worst thing about running your own label, Oof?
Just always working, basically. Like, I don't have a weekend.
Yeah, I hear you.
And you can, I'm sure I've got some customers watching this show now, and it's not unusual for someone to order something at 2 a.m, and I'll email them back and say, hey, I'm packing your order. I'll get it shipped out tomorrow. Definitely a night owl, and definitely work basically 24/7. I mean, I can still step away when I need to, but the hardest thing is probably like if I want to take a vacation, or I haven't done a tour since 2014, but when I used to do touring with Lust of Decay and my old band, Atrocious Abnormality, that was really hard because, I'd be gone 3 to 4 weeks, and I get home and just
Piles.
A stack of orders. Yeah.
Yeah, you see, you're lucky. I mean, it sucks for you. Like with me, when I go on tour, I have employees, and I just tell them to work.
That's awesome.
But I also work. I mean, I also work in the van. I mean, you can ask Chris. I'm like, we got to pull over. I need Wi-Fi, and I have to work. But generally, I use 1099 contractors when I'm on tour to get stuff done because I want a tour, dude. I mean, one of the reasons I set up my life with my own business is so I can keep touring until my body gives out, which could be like in a week or two.
Could be soon.
Yeah, it could be soon, but okay, so funny question, and not funny question, but Chris will enjoy this because it's his favorite album too. So Driven to Conquer is your favorite IB album?
Yeah.
How did you?
I've told you that multiple times.
Yeah, and it's Chris's favorite too.
Oh yeah.
So, how did you discover that album?
Again, that was kind of back when I was discovering, a lot of the underground, not just the big three, you know, and and it was the first internal bleeding I've ever heard too, and that could be partially why, you know, and I know I've told you this before, Chris, that that album, Driven to Conquer, is definitely on my top 10 list of favorite albums, not just death metal, just ever. I
Wow,
fucking love that
thanks.
album, man. And I love the production, just it's the groove, everything about it's just so sick. And then the thank yous at the end, getting to hear you guys talk. I'm from the South, you guys from up there, and just to hear you say coffee and dawn, man, it's the best.
We actually might next album. We might actually do another thank you list, and then this way, people who buy the CD get the audio thank you list, and the people who download from Spotify, they don't get it. So we're actually thinking. I know. We were actually mulling that over, bringing back the audio thank you list because
this is the first I've heard of it.
Because I just thought of it about a couple of days ago.
Oh, all right.
So, but I think it would. I think it would be cool because it would help physical copy sales, and I love doing it. I mean, we had such a ball doing that audio thank you list.
Yeah.
And then after we did it, all these other bands started doing it, and it was hilarious. And of course, we didn't get credit for it. But whatever. That's neither here or there.
Yeah,
So,
I would. But that album, like I said, it's near and dear to my heart, and it was again. That album was 99, I think.
Yeah,
98,
99.
Yeah, so that was about the time I was discovering a lot of that stuff from Evan's Distro at these shows, and then I found a record store in the big city, Charlotte, about 30 minutes from here, and they carried a lot of really cool stuff, and that's when I discovered Pavement Music, and I was picking up a lot of stuff off that label, because it was I was just enjoying so much of it. The first two Internal Bleedings, or three actually, I think, and then I can't remember. Like I think Malevolent Creation was putting some stuff out back then. So a lot of times, I would just look at the record label on the back of a disc and be like, "Yeah, this will be good," and I'll just buy it.
Awesome, dude. So we're gonna wrap it up in a minute. I want to say hello to Joanne, our manager, who's watching us. Joanne, we love you. We love Amanda. We love the whole EMG team. Love what you're doing. That email you sent me the other day made me really happy. Thank you so much. Love you. Steve, let's I think it's awesome. I really think it's awesome that you're how do I phrase this? Because I'm a big thing. I'm big about promoting entrepreneurs. Because I think that, look, you're an idiot. I'm an idiot. No, we're both regular guys. This is what I'm saying. We're both regular guys. We're not smarter than anybody else. We're just guys with gumption that you find a passion, you go out and you follow it, and you work your fucking ass off. And I can't tell you how much I respect what you're doing. Do you have any advice to anybody who's maybe wants to start a distro or maybe wants to start their own business or something? Doesn't even have to be metal. Do you have any advice for them that you'd want to share with everybody?
I mean, you gotta want it, man. Basically, I could tell you all the shit in the world, but if you don't really want it and have a passion for it and dedication to hard work, it's not going to work, man.
You're not wrong.
And you're not wrong, dude. And do you think that, beside a little bit of luck, because everybody needs a little bit of luck, do you think hard work, I don't think people realize hard work. People put in 14-hour days, but entrepreneurs put in 24-hour days constantly, all the time, have no social life, have nothing, and they give it all up to their business. Do you think that's a bigger factor than luck?
Yeah, I think. I mean, having a little bit of both on your side is a good thing, but
Absolutely.
I can't imagine me surviving at anything with just luck, you know. And that's, again with anything in life, man, not just the label or the band, just in life in general, man. You gotta want it, man.
That's
Definitely
awesome,
gotta want
dude.
it.
That's really awesome. Listen, it was great having you. You got anything? You want any other final questions?
Favorite band all time, period. Hit me.
Favorite band all time. It's not death metal.
It's
That's
fine. That's
fine.
what I want
That's
to hear.
fine. My favorite band of
Yeah,
all time isn't death metal.
I grew up in Florida. I was a little skate punk back in the '80s. You would never see me without my skateboard.
Jodie
So I
Foster's
listened to a
Army.
lot of punk and hardcore stuff back then. And it's got to be the Misfits, man.
Hell yeah.
Especially the
That's
Awesome.
right to Chris's heart, man. He
One of my
loves Glenn
top
Danzig.
5 for sure.
I got Doyle tattooed on my arm, man.
Fucking
I got
awesome.
a zombie Doyle playing guitar on my arm, man.
I would have a devil
But
lock if I was able to
that, I
grow hair.
mean, yeah,
Great
I
answer.
mean, it's certainly the thing from death metal, but that would have to be like if I had one CD or one band I could listen to on a deserted island, it would probably be the Misfits.
Yeah, no, the fucking real shit is as actual magic on tape for sure.
Absolutely. TV Casualty is still one of my favorite songs ever. So,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's great. I mean, it's just fucking absolutely great. And I actually,
Hey,
go ahead.
I was going to say before we wrap this up, I'd like to know if I could give you guys an exclusive. What you think, man?
Of course.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Well, I've already discussed it with one of the band members. It's a new band that I signed, and uh, we were going to wait and do the announcement in like a week or two, and then you hit me up, Chris, this week about doing the show, and so I hit these guys up, and I said, hey, I've never done a live band signing announcement. I said, what do you think? He's like, yeah, go for it. So we're going to do it. I just signed this band recently. It's a collaboration of musicians. The band is called Between the Killings, and it has Braxton Kaiser on vocals. He's known from the band Rupture Christ.
Yep.
And he's probably on your friends list, and I'm sure he's watching.
Braxton and I actually have an inside joke going. We always give each other the thumbs up. So, yeah, I know Braxton very well. I love the guy.
Yeah, it's got one of my favorite guitarists, Vaughn Young.
Fuck yeah, dude. Vaughn's the man.
Awesome.
I mean, that Hymns of the Sick was
hell yeah, dude.
That's just so good. And the stuff he's been doing with Lividity. It's got Kyle Chrisman on drums. Most people will know from Sarcophagy, and he was in Gorgasm for a long time. He was on the last Horrific Demise album that came out last year. Amazing drummer. And then Phil Good is on bass, and I'm not even going to attempt to announce all the bands he's in. I'm in a band with him. He's in Lust of Decay. He lives in Ohio, but he always comes down to do shows with us. And
so fair.
stuff.
So being open and honest, Phil asked me to ask you about the Smokey and the Bandit and the no sleeves.
That sounds like something he would do, man.
I love Phil, dude. Yeah. I've known Phil forever. Phil's a great guy. That sounds like an insane lineup. Kyle, I'm still mad at because he bought a '68 Barracuda and then he tried to sell it. I don't know if he sold it or not, so I'm a little pissed at him. Other than that, dude, that sounds insane. That sounds really insane.
Yeah, and these guys have a really cool, like I said, I haven't even got the official announcement prepared yet. I still need to, I just got a graphic done, that we can throw up on Facebook later tonight. But they have a really cool concept. They're basically going to do 4 EPs. And it's going to be like each EP is going to be a story, a continuation. They're going to be released about a year apart.
Very cool.
Something kind of different. But it's the way Braxton described it. It sounds really, really cool. So I'm really stoked to work with these guys. Like I said, I haven't even, and this is one of the rare ones where I sat band without hearing the music first. But I mean, just knowing who's in it and hearing, their ideas It can't be less than awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be great. So,
yep.
So why don't you plug all the outlets where people can get your stuff and how they can get your stuff? Because that's important. We want to support you.
Yeah. Obviously, ComatoseMusic.com. That's the go-to. That's where the store is. It's where you can find all the latest news and stuff. I have a Facebook, obviously my personal page, and the label page, which I think is just Comatose Music. Facebook.com/Comatose Music label, I think is what that is. I'll be honest, I'm not the most savvy with social media. I kind of sick of it most of the time, but I try to keep up with the best I can, especially with Facebook. And then there's a Bandcamp for Comatose Music. I'm not really sure what that is, but if you search it, I'm sure you'll find it. And there's a Instagram as well, but I don't know what. Again, that'd have to be something you have to search. But ComatoseMusic.com, that's the main deal there. That's where you can pretty much access everything that you need to access.
Awesome.
That's awesome, dude. Thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, man. It's a pleasure.
Listen, bro. I got a lot of respect for you. I think you're a good dude. You're a great guy. And I think it's great that you're running a label and you're fucking sticking it out.
It takes balls and dedication to put out 124 CDs.
There you go. That's all.
I know what it took to put out one.
Right.
You know what I mean?
There it is.
To do that 124 times must,
I admire your fucking grit and your determination a lot, man. I mean, listen, underground music is a thankless fucking job. Nobody gives a shit about it except the people involved in it. But you're one of the backbones of what keeps this alive, man, and it's a big deal.
Oh my god!
I'm taking Chris to the hospital. But on an honest note, you gotta get that Firebird up and running so you and I can race. I'll come down to North Carolina.
Yeah, man, it runs pretty darn good, actually. It's just ugly as shit.
I don't give a fuck, man. You know what? You're doing it, and I love it because it's a classic car, so I don't care.
And then I'll shred past both you guys in my BMW at 174 miles an hour.
Not really. Well, in the first quarter mile,
no,
you won't.
It's toast. I'm just going to come up way behind you guys.
So anyway, man, thanks for joining us. We really appreciate it, bro.
Thank you very much. Thanks to everybody out there for watching, and I want to thank most of all just my loyal customers, the repeat customers. They're the ones that really help keep things going, man. Without them and their support, I'd be, digging a ditch somewhere probably.
That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. More power to you, man. Go get some chicken wings. Fucking whatever.
I've been thinking about wings since he said it like 20 minutes ago.
I know, me too. So, dude, fucking.
Up, man.
You're the man. You're the man, Steve.
Great interview, man.
All the best.
Thanks again, Steve.
Have a great night. Love you, man.
Same to you guys.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, have a good night.
Bye.
All right, brother.
Steve from Comatose Records, man.
So,
cool.
I even did this for Steve.
Let's see it.
Whoa.
Why didn't you put that up in the beginning?
Because I forgot to do it.
Oh, come on.
So anyway, that's
we need a producer on this fucking horse shit.
I know we do.
Episode.
We're getting too big for.
I know.
So anyway,
Steve's phone is still going.
Right, Steve's out. Steve's gone. I got.
It's getting cold out here, and I'm wearing my little Daisy Dukes. I wasn't ready for this.
So
I'm wearing some short shorts.
We're about to wrap it up.
I think Steve Worley's going to call in a minute. I texted him 10, 15 minutes ago.
We were going to have a check-in from our vocalist, so hopefully he'll check in.
I don't know if he's got Wi-Fi where he lives, dude. I still see Steve on our computer.
Do you really?
Oh, look.
I can't get Skype closed, man.
I don't think you're on Facebook anymore, though, Steve.
Just disconnect, dude.
Just throw your phone.
You're not on the show. We're going to put you on the show to embarrass you. Steve can't hang up. Steve doesn't know how to hang up Skype, but there he goes. All right, he's gone. So, anyway.
Well, that was funny. I haven't been holding on a piss for about 25.
Go ahead, take a piss. I'll hold down the fort.
Hold down the fort. Is that cool?
I'm holding down the fort.
I know. Everybody fucking freaks out.
You're going to hate me when I'm done because I'm going to go on a rant.
No, what about something about what?
I don't know. No, but I'm going to fucking rant. So, anyway. Chris has to take a piss. I'm the 52-year-old with the fucking enlarged prostate, and Chris is the one who has to piss. But then again, I pissed in my pants, so it doesn't matter. If anybody has a question for me while Chris is gone, you can ask it. So go ahead. Chicken wings on pizza is a great idea. It's like I can't function without Chris, without bouncing off Chris. Him and I are like, let me tell you something about Chris. I'm gonna go into something about Chris. All right. I've had a lot of riff partners in my life. Guy, great riff partner, but Chris and I live together. So him and I are on top of each other all the time, and it's kind of great. So whatever. I really love being with Chris, and I miss him. He's gone for 2 seconds, and I miss him. So, what are you guys eating for dinner tomorrow? Oh, Roy Fox asks where the first IB show was. I'll tell you where the first IB show was. The first IB show was at a club called Hammerheads, and it was Steve Worley's calling in.
Hello.
Yo, Steve, well, hold on a second. I'm trying to find you. Turn your camera the other way. So anyway.
Wait. Wrong way. I see what you mean there. All right. Now you can't even see me.
I see your steering wheel. Anyway, I have to answer a question, Steve. Roy Fox asked where our first IB show was. The first IB show was at a place called Hammerheads, and it was a battle of the bands. Okay, and we were the only death metal band. Every band on that bill was like a goth band or something like that. We played. I was so nervous. I didn't face the crowd the whole time. And when we were done, all I remember is a girl walked up to me and said, "You guys scared the living daylights out of me."
Hey, Steve.
That's when I knew IB had something going on. Anyway, our vocalist Steve Worley's joining us. He's driving home from work.
Is that safe? No, that's right. There's no laws in Georgia.
Yeah.
So, Steve,
we really do whatever the hell we want.
Steve, you bought a new house.
I did. I got a house down here in Georgia.
That's fucking sick, dude. I feel like you're somehow farther away now, though, than L.A.
No, actually, we're in the same time zone. I'm on the East Coast.
Oh, yeah.
And
Right. Fair enough.
I'm just a straight shot south. So
That's badass, dude. We've been fucking cooking up some tunes up here, man. We're gonna fucking drop some fucking nasty shit on this next one, baby.
yeah, I'm ready to get in the studio. I'm ready to write and record, and I'm just ready to do everything, man. I'm starting to get the itch. The first few months of lockdown, I just kind of ignored the outside world and just put my head to the grindstone or nose to the grindstone and just worked every single day. And now I'm like, damn, I want to play shows.
Yeah, man, me too, man.
This year was a fucking bust, huh?
Yeah, lots of cool shit that was planned that, got shelved, and hopefully we can get it all rescheduled and do everything that we were supposed to do.
I just hope I'm not dead by that time.
Right. Yeah. None of us are getting any younger, and it's really a shame that we're in a, strike while the iron's hot kind of situation and got put on pause.
Sucks ass.
It sucks ass, dude. It really sucks, man. It's frustrating, right? I mean, you got to be frustrated, right?
Yeah, I'm absolutely frustrated. Like I said, we had all this amazing tour opportunities presented to us, and we were ready to, again, strike while the iron's hot. We had a lot going for us, a lot of momentum, and a lot of frustration and energy and everything that we wanted to bring to the table and get out on stage and present to everybody, and it just, it all got halted real quick, and there's nothing we can do about it. It's out of everybody's hands, and whether you feel for it or against it, or your opinions on the virus or whatever, it doesn't matter. It's just what it comes down to is we're not allowed to do anything right now. There's nothing we can do.
And we were supposed to have a show this weekend in Detroit.
That was this weekend?
That was this weekend.
Oh, it stinks.
We should have we probably would have already played 2 or 3 shows on the way to Detroit, and then of course the Full Terror Assault Festival, which I might as well announce now that, I mean, if everything is okay next year, we're going to do again in 2021. They've already reached out and asked if we'd still be interested.
Cool.
Of course.
I said, of course. Yeah, so, that's just one of many things that is planning for a reschedule that we hope happens, because we had so many cool opportunities in front of us and didn't get to do any of them.
I know, it sucks, right?
Somehow we'll get fucked again, too, next year.
Yeah, it's the internal bleeding way to get screwed.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
why I wasn't really as excited as I was for all these tour opportunities. When everything got fucked up, I was like, somehow it's got to be IB's fault. Like,
There's no question.
There's no question, dude. We're the bad luck band. I mean, our name should be 13 because we're just bad luck.
I was so happy to join the band and start doing shows. We had all these big tours lined up, and then it was just like, nah, never mind.
At least we got Japan.
But we got
Japan.
Japan.
That was
Japan,
sick, man.
yo, dude, Japan, England, and New York in 5 days. That was pretty sick.
It was devastating on my body.
Yeah, but we should be doing that all the time.
That was a physically devastating week for me. That was pretty brutal. I mean, I would do it all over again, but that was challenging.
It was.
That was
At
a
least you
challenging
didn't
week.
puke 12 bottles of red wine all over the place like Ryan.
Well, why would they keep serving him is my question.
Because he asked them to.
That was a cool
Everybody
flight
say
crew
that
for
a bit.
sure.
Because they knew we were rock stars.
Yeah, I guess so. Coming back from the UK, they just kept giving Ryan, our bassist, bottles of little red bottles of wine.
Red wine.
And he exploded from both ends all over the fucking lab.
I wish I had the picture to post.
Holy fuck, dude. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Good grief.
And you're driving? Man, I gotta move down to Georgia. You can drink and drive in Georgia? That rules.
No, I'm parked in my driveway. I just cracked the case so I could have a beer with you guys.
Is that one of those 40-year-old beers you found in your fucking wall?
Oh, Steve's gone.
He got pulled over.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. He's back. Is that one of those 40-year-old beers you found in the wall of your house while you were excavating?
Damn, I forgot those are in the fridge. I'll try one tomorrow. I'll document it. It literally, the beer said copyright 1980 on. It was some Texas beer with a pull tab, and it was still sealed. So I got to try those tomorrow.
You got to videotape that, dude. You got to videotape it. I'm fucking 60 years old. Videotape. You got to fucking record it and put that shit online, dude. It's a good video. I'm ready to see that. Internal bleeding singer drinks poison.
Yeah, we'll put that on the IB page, man.
Yeah. So what else is going on? Any news? Anything happening?
Sort of. Yeah, we got some fucking.
Wait. Did you read the band text about what's going on?
The group chat?
Oh yeah, you did. He did.
All right, so that's good.
Did you share that with everybody?
No, we can't announce. We can't announce the
nothing
good
official
news.
yet, but we're looking good for some for the next record.
Yeah, we're looking good for the next record. It's very exciting news. We'll be announcing it soon to everybody.
Sweet.
Yeah. They don't want you though. The label said they don't want that Whirly guy because he's an asshole.
Well, they're not wrong, but that's really unfortunate. I want to be on the record.
Don't worry, you will be. So anyway, listen, we'll let you go because Chris and I got to wrap this up. We've been carrying on forever.
Cackling on like a bunch of yentas.
Yeah, like a bunch of yentas.
Hello, everyone in Facebook world, and cheers, and have a good weekend, and fucking love you guys, and I'll see you soon.
Yeah, Steve.
We're going to road trip down soon, man.
Yeah, me and Chris are coming down in the winter where it's nice and warm down by you. And you're going to take us to that barbecue joint that you posted on Facebook. And the taco joint.
Yes, I have all that in my grasp down here. I've figured it all out, so
it's no
you guys
tooties.
are more than welcome to come enjoy it with me.
Tootsie.
Tooties?
No, Tootsie.
Turdies.
No, that Tootsie
The
what from
Tooties,
Netflix?
yeah.
Tooties. No, that was the shit. That was the fucking taco place by Steve's old place.
Oh yeah. Oh god, Tooties was great.
Steve left Corona for the Corona world.
Yeah, no, I got out just in time.
Yeah, you did because
All right, guys.
California's on fire, and you got out at the right time.
Sucks.
Yeah, the virus and the fires and the liberals.
All right, man.
All right, talk to you later.
All right, brother. Cheers.
Thank you.
All right, so the
What'll
smoke.
suck is going to take that clip
Oh yeah.
of him being the damn libs.
Yeah. So anyway, we're gonna wrap it up.
Uh,
Thanks for joining us.
That was fun. Steve, you're the man.
Shout out
You're
to-
all the men out there, regardless of gender. We appreciate you guys tuning in every week and hanging out with us. I'm incredibly stoned once again.
I'm incredibly drunk.
I'm going to get in the car and I'm going to go find some sort of cheese and meat combination, and go eat it somewhere.
I'm gonna have brats for dinner tonight.
It sounds good. Grilling or
I'm gonna grill. You know what's a
sauteing?
You know what's a scary thing? I feel like shit every day, but when I hang out with you on Saturday and we drink and you smoke, I never feel better. I feel great. It's awesome.
Well, this is fun. This is why we do it, just to catch up. I mean, we live in the same house, but we actually don't even get to hang too much during the week.
Yeah, I'm always
Once in
working.
a while,
Chris is always sleeping.
In a while, we'll I'm a napper.
And he's banging broads left and right, like 10 at a time for a dime.
Listen. Fucking knuckle deep most of the day.
10 at a time for a dime.
And I can't get upstairs and play the guitar like I should. No, but we're doing the damn thing. The dog is in the garden eating the fucking bok choy.
Yeah. And just a shout out to Maureen and Oscar who are watching. You know we love you guys. Can't wait till we come back to Chicago and eat all the pizza that is available. Basically.
I'm all about the Vienna beef hot dog, Chicago hot dog.
That
Drag
shit
it through
is
the
good.
garden.
That shit is good. That shit
Celery
is good.
salt. Line me up.
What the hell? Guy Marche is saying White Castle. Dude, they closed the White Castle by our house.
I believe they're rebuilding it. From the shape of the new building, it looks to be a castle.
All right, so
I think we're just getting a new White Castle.
Because the white, I like.
The last drive-through was really inefficiently shaped.
Okay.
So I think they're just rebuilding it and remove the building.
But you know what? White Castle's awesome, but you know what I really like about White Castle? The chocolate shake.
Best shake in the game.
Yeah, right.
I've actually had
Best chocolate shake in the game.
I've actually had this conversation before.
It's fucking so good. The chocolate shake
best
is so
chocolate
good.
shake in the
It's
game.
so cold.
And drinkable immediately. Though.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's so great.
All right, on that note.
All right, on that note, we're out of here.
See you guys next week.
See you guys next week. Thanks.
Lord willing.
Lord willing.
Cheers to Brutal Glass. BrutalGlass.com, BrutalGlass.com, BrutalGlass.com.
And
you want this? You want to hit this?
yeah, sure.
You didn't really do it.
I got a
Oh,
little.
yeah, a little bit. All right.
No, fuck that. All right, we don't want to see that on film, but we did. All right, anyway, good. Good night. Have a good night. We love you all. We'll see you next week. God bless and all that crap, and stay safe.
Excuse me.
And next time we're on the road, come say hi to me and Chris.
Follow our fucking personal accounts. It's down there somewhere.
I'll put it up again.
They're usually in the corner. No, the
No,
little thingy.
follow our personal accounts on the bottom.
It's in the corner. Yeah. Oh, it's right below me.
Right.
Below me.
See, we got these personal accounts down here at the bottom right. Follow us. We post a lot of goofy shit because we believe death metal should be goofy.
Slide in my DMs.
That's right. Anyway, have a good night. We love you all. Good night.
Peace, guys.